Hello everyone. We are presenting our project on flood disaster management system using machine learning. I am Muskan Shrivastava and my other team member is Mansi Bisht. Our project ID is 03 and we have done this project under the guidance of Mr. Sanjeev Kumar sir. The problem statement of our project. The task was to design an automated management system to identify the flood affected area using Zigbee and Arduino and serve the nearby people with medical aids and food supply. The solution of our project. We present a modern approach for surveillance at flood events, remote and dangerous areas using multifunctional robot which can be used in flood disaster management operation. Here we are trying to create a circumstance in which we can substitute the rescuers with robots in any dangerous situation where manual help is difficult. The robot will inform us if there is any kind of unpleasant situation occurred, and the robot will make us aware of the situation and the life of the people can be saved. It has an additional feature in which it provides medical aids and food facilities to the people suffering. Now the roadmap, the background, components and then the solution. What is supply bot? A supply bot is a bot that will provide medical aids and food supply to the people affected from flood affected areas. Also, it will alarm people about the incessant increase of rainwater level in that area. Now, this is the example of flood disaster management system. The components we have used in our project are two Zigbee, two LCD screens, a bot, obviously, an Arduino Uno, an ultrasonic sensor, buzzer, Python IDE, Anaconda, Arduino IDE, and Windows 10. What is Arduino? Arduino is a very small computer that can read input and transmit data through output devices. What is Zigbee? Zigbee provides ultimate flexibility for IoT application developers with three programmable form factors and a range of popular wireless protocols. Now this is an LCD screen. LCD screen will be required to provide the input and to show the output, both the receiver and the transmitter side. What is an ultrasonic sensor? Ultrasonic sensors measure the distance to the target by measuring the time between the emission and the reception. This is the buzzer. Buzzer will warn the people nearby the affected area when the rainfall level will cross their danger range. What is a supply bot? Supply bot can be a drone or a robot itself, which can provide medical aids and also food facilities to the camps and people and will reduce human efforts. Now moving towards the solution of the project. This is the working model of our project. One side you can see the section transmitter and the other side you can see the section receiver. Here the transmitter will transmit the message towards the receiver and receiver will catch the message and work accordingly. The proposed system of the project is, in the proposed system we can see that there are two LCD screens on either sections. One is on the receiver side and other one is on the transmitter side. Both are connected to a Zigbee and Arduino Uno. Once the flood level in the flood affected area reaches to a certain danger level, the ultrasonic sensor will sense and send message to either sections which will be displayed on both LCD screens. And then buzzer will start beeping. Once the workstations which work on flood management system monitor the situation, they will send the supply bot for the flood affected area for medical and food facilities. Also, uh, they can rescue people beforehand. Now the working model of our project, that is the video. This is the working model of our project. This is the transmitter part and this is the receiver part. We'll provide power supply to the receivers part first, and you can see the blank LCD screen appears. Now we'll supply power to the transmitter part also. Now you can see on both the LCD screens it is displaying level 0, as level water is on the basic level. Now the components, this is the LCD screen, this is Arduino Uno XP, this is ultrasonic sensor, this is the buzzer, this is again an LCD screen, and this is again an Arduino Uno XP. Now as you can see the ultrasonic sensor in the box, now we start pouring water. The water level will rise as it can be recognized using ultrasonic sensor and can be displayed on the LCD screen as level 1. Now as we pour more and more water, we'll see the level rising from 0 to 1 to 2 and so on. As we can see, it is now level 3. And as soon as the water level crosses the level 5, the buzzer will start beeping and it will alarm people to be rescued from there. So to see that, we'll bring the board a little closer. Okay, and yes, and now we start pouring water again up to level 5, or when it crosses level 5, we can see on the LCD screen it is displaying level 5, and thus the buzzer starts beeping to alarm people to move to some other place, or it will also send a message to the workstation which work for flood disaster management system to rescue people beforehand. So the setup here will send a message to the workstations. They will get monitored about the situation and rescue people at early stage. Also, it will help in providing food and medical facility to people who got stuck in that affected areas. The bot will be able to take pictures and help people in the flood affected areas where manual help is difficult, and will be able to rescue them. Now the advantages of our project. We can get rid of fake NGOs. We can avoid the time delays to rescue people or to provide facilities. Also in digitization to avoid human work. And the last one, the fair surveillance of the area. Now the flood prediction based on weather parameters using machine learning. We have downloaded some data from Kaggle, which describes about the Bihar state district Khagaria. It is of the year 1990, 1991 and all, for whole year. We have downloaded this data to study about the temperature and rainfall on flood and based on that the flood occurrence possibility. So yes, this data has helped us to study about the scenarios. Now for our work, we have considered a data set from Indian Water Portal comprising rainfall, flood occurrence and temperature of Bihar and Orissa states. Further to that, only 10 districts were selected for the states of Bihar and Orissa for flood occurrence. The data set was then decomposed for the states of Bihar and Orissa, comprising 10 districts, each of which constituted 3000 data sets, having parameters such as rainfall, minimum temperature, maximum temperature, and flood occurrence. The algorithms we have used are we have studied and then narrowed down to one are support vector machine, naive Bayes classification, k nearest neighbor, deep neural networks. Towards prediction on the pre-processed dataset, different machine learning algorithms such as SVM, Bayes, KNN, and deep neural networks are employed towards computing the prediction accuracy. The results of this prediction accuracy and other related matrices of each algorithm are given in tables 1 to 4. In table 1, we can see the SVM performance matrices whose accuracy is 85.57%. In table 2, we can see the naive Bayes performance matrices. Its accuracy is 87.01%. In table 3, we can see the KNN performance matrices. Its accuracy is 85.73%. And the last algorithm in table 4, the DNN performance matrices, we can see the accuracy is 91.18%. So this figure illustrates the standard deviation values of the accuracies of DNN, naive Bayes, SVM and KNN algorithms taken over range of 20 readings each. As can be seen, DNN shows the most amount of dispersion within the dataset values. And so, on the comparative analysis of these algorithms, we narrowed down towards DNN, seeing its accuracy is the highest in all. So this was whole about our project, the proposed system, the problem statement, the solution of our project, the working model, etc. Now moving towards the last part of the project, that is the status of our research paper. We have submitted our research paper in IJRAR, that is International Journal of Research and Analytical Reviews. It is an UGC approved journal. We submitted our research paper beforehand, so our research paper got published in the very journal, and also the certificates have already been attached to the project report itself. And yes, that's all. Thank you.